It is Paul Ricard, it is hot, it is a little bit cloudy, but it is go as the cars accelerate up towards the line and the lights go green, and away goes Daniel Serra from pole position. He absolutely nails the start then, and a good getaway by Charles Wirtz in the Audi on the inside line as they dive down towards turn one. Daniel Serra will lead. To the outside line goes Klaus Bachler, tries to find a way through, but he can't do so as the field pours its way into turn one. So far, so good. Out of the S's, down towards the chicane they come for the first time. A few get squeezed off the racetrack, including number 93 in the hands of Chris Froggatt, but he buys back some track space, and it's the Ferrari of Daniel Serra that's converted pole into the lead.
Yes, good start from the front three rows of the grid. A bit messy in the middle of the pack going into those opening two corners. There you can see Rossi just juggling for position. You know, people all over him, around him and behind him, so he's just focusing on what he's doing on board momentarily as we came through Les Cols onto this back straight, the famous Mistral straight, the straight that is seriously affected by the Mistral wind, but no wind here this evening.
Straight away, the start is under investigation. That might just be a matter of course. And was there a little bit of smoke hanging in the air there, as though maybe a car had just rubbed? Yes, there is. We've got one in strife already. It's Hubert Haupt. There's a great battle going on here. There's four in a pack with Rob Bell in the McLaren at the head of it. Look as they come up towards the right-hander of Senior, but straight away, number 5, Hubert Haupt, is in trouble in the Mercedes, as there, round the outside to try to claim a place goes Nick Katzberg. Ben Goethe way wide the wrong side of the markers, and there's another one getting its own postcode.
Yeah, it's gone so far off track we couldn't even see the car. Nicky Katzberg just pinched the BMW enough to get it inside, and diving up there. I mean, 63, Mirko Bortolotti, just having been losing a position, and tries immediately to come back, but whether he will be able to gain enough to come down into the Virage de la Tour. So he's up the inside, and that's a strong move.
It is indeed. Valentino Rossi there is in the mix as well. Look, as they come up towards the end of the opening lap then. Benjamin Goethe, number 30, Audi, doing a good job. He has really improved since his debut in the championship. But the safety car, I think, is being deployed. It is. The safety car at the end of lap 1. Absolutely foot to the floor. Weird. Again, Bortolotti pulls out, has a look, thinks better of it, pulls back in again. That is Charles Wirtz, who's not dropping that much ground, is he, relatively to Daniel Serra?
No, but of course he's got to keep his eye on what's going on behind. Bortolotti looks to go on the inside, and Bousset, can he make it stick? We know, and side by side. Hopefully there wasn't contact, but the Audi runs wide. But will he dive up the inside and try and get it? He can't, and that's the door opening, beginning of the opening for, first of all, Bortolotti. Now watch Marcello, because Wirtz will have been momentarily unsettled. Now the Italian goes the long way. Can he go the long way, all the way around through Village de la Tour and put himself into a side-by-side position? He's done it, but is the exit, will Wirtz be able to make the undercut as they accelerate off? No, he can't. And Valentino Rossi decides to go a little bit of cross-country to save his life off the racetrack as well as on it.
Well, Klaus Bachler's not exactly slow. Marcello is there as well, as now the Porsche slides off the Virage du Pont. They're going to come across the timing line, separated by next to nothing at all. They break the beam virtually as one. Bachler leading, Bortolotti second, 0.226 of a second as we start lap 13. Bortolotti tries to unsettle Bachler by darting to the inside line. They sweep through Senior once more. Marcello running third, fourth there, Daniel Serra. Gap back to the Audi fight for fifth, where Charles Wirtz is keeping Goethe at bay.
This is the part of the racetrack where Bortolotti is waiting to pounce. He can't do anything on the straight, but that's been determined over the last number of laps. But it's coming here into this sequence of corners. Tries again to get the nose of the Lamborghini up alongside the Porsche. And again, Marcello sitting back. I don't know if he's laughing in his helmet or thinking, well, is this going to end in tears, or is it going to be a battle that I'm going to have to be a part of?
Getting reports of a spin for number 33, the Arnaud Robin Audi, but it's still in the race. Leaders go pouring over the line. It's still only 8/10 between Bortolotti and Bachler, and still that fastest lap from 5 laps back for Giacomo Altwe. 95 goes through now. Nicky Tim is up into 10th. Why is that? Valentino Rossi has had a moment to fall into 11th place, as there Tommaso Mosca dives up the inside of Luca Ghiotto. Tommaso Mosca, esports winner yesterday evening, but having gained the place off Luca Ghiotto, he's about to lose it back again. Ghiotto in the Audi, back up the inside into the chicane. Through he goes. Oh,
and it cuts off the inside of the corner, so that's going to be a give you back kind of situation. And well, I don't know why that was necessary, but obviously that was the decision behind the wheel.
Now this might explain here, John, what happened to Rossi.
Let's have a little look and see. Oh, he gets a big snap of oversteer, runs wide, and that opens up the door on the inside. Thank you very much, Valentino. I'll take that any day of the week.
Here comes the BMW. Katzberg pulls out, pulls back in again. Not this time, but Rossi goes wide. Katzberg tries to slingshot up the inside, and a puncture there. That is Altway. Giacomo Altway. It's not the lead Lamborghini. It's out of the same stable. 9th on the racetrack.
Yeah, and that is the left rear. That looked like a pretty rapid deflation. Don't know whether he ran over debris in the track, but he still holds the fastest race lap. But that is indicative of what can happen. It's been a hot, hard race all the way through.
Mercedes with a little bit of the netting there that should be in the car, actually outside it. Comes up towards the line, goes through. So it's all shuffling 13th, 14th, 15th. And Giotto, despite being off the road, was the one that lost out there, really, because he falls back in the order as they go through. This is Lapalainen making his move against Goethe, switches sides, forces Goethe offline, and there's the gap on the inside that he claims as his own. Good pass. And off the road is Goethe. I said he was in trouble and losing places. That looks like it might be a puncture.
Left rear tyre, I bet you a penny to a pound.
Rear or front?
Well, the front looks down as well.
Yeah. It's got a heck of a vibration. The wiper is on. That's probably been flicked on by lots of arm twirling. Goethe, look at it shaking itself back to the road.
It must be an enormous amount of vibration. God. Whether he spun and literally flat spotted the tyres, but whatever. Oh, there. Wow, well, he's so lucky to get away with that one. When you can't go any further off racetrack, so that's why the rear wing's vibrating. Those tyres are probably absolutely just burnt. Well, you can see the speed. The left side, both have gone down.
Yeah.
Probably rubbed right through the carcass of the tyre, and there is probably a hole. We saw that a few races ago where you could almost put your fist into the hole, and that is a slow crawl back.
Bachler. No, it's Bachler, and he's tripped over the Sky Tempesta Ferrari. So there's damage on the front of the Porsche, and that could well be the end, because if he can't see where he's going, what's he going to do? You don't have a roll of sticky tape in your pocket.
It's not just the bonnet. The bonnet's going to keep coming back. It's the damage to the front of the car. Remember, Porsche have the water radiators in the extreme front right, front left of the car. There he is rolling, but rolling out well below speed on the sort of, you might say, the inside of the racetrack, and there's damage to that car, and that is more than just simple bodywork in my view.
That's the end.
That's over, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to retire the car. So Klaus Bachler, out of third place, has connected with Jonathan Hui in the Sky Tempesta Racing Mercedes.
And it's out as well.
It's not going anywhere, is it? There is the leading Mercedes, and actually Jack Aitken to the eye is closer. He is. He's 6/10 back now. So Jack Aitken, who's splitting his time between Fanatec GT and also the German Championship this year for more mileage, is closing onto the leader. The leader is stuck in traffic, and a great first stint by Mirko Bortoletti.
I mean, Verhagen got all compromised behind McLaren. Here he goes down the inside. The McLaren just sweeps across the front of the Audi, but all of a sudden, Valentino Rossi, his instinct as a natural-born racer, there we saw it, absolutely in front of your very own eyes.
And while Neil Verhagen was sorting himself out, so up and past him as well went Marius Zug. Right, yes, the other McLaren is 1-1-2 after a pit stop. Joe Osborne at the wheel of that, McLaren factory driver, so that's the one that's running out of sequence. Christian Kleeney's there, and off the road, that's a Lamborghini with a puncture.
That's a high-speed corner. Looks like St. Thomas to... Well, my goodness, that is that coming into Poussette?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, full course yellow now.
That's your answer. Full course yellow is called for. That car had one puncture earlier on, remember, when Lapalainen was at the wheel of it, and that's a rather more serious one. Thomas Tuula is off the road. So it's all very well bailing early, but you've also got to remember the drive time available the other side of these pit stops. So, and there, look, there are two back markers between Junqueira and there, Albert Costa in second place, and then the real gain has been for Davide Rigon. He is back at the party, but again, John, it's going to come to how quickly people can clear the back markers now.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of an issue. Those that are behind Marcello are going to find the back markers not necessarily being cooperative, but down the inside, Albert Costa, who always is exciting to watch, and he is going to dive up the inside and compromise the Audi, and he's entitled to do so because he is the driver chasing the race leader. And well done, Albert, you made that pass, you were authoritative.
Contact here as Collado leant on, was that Nicholas Bart? Forced him off the road. So we have the James Collado Ferrari, as I've been saying, gaining ground. But now he's under attack from Kelvin van der Linde, who goes through on the inside line. Right, Ferrari's just taken the back of the Audi, so James Collado trying to get back at Kelvin van der Linde, but I don't think he's going to be able to clear him. Look behind, there's Marco Sorensen, look, in the Aston Martin, so getting closer and closer and closer is Marco Sorensen, the Aston creeping up onto the back of the Ferrari. But this is a good stint so far from van der Linde, because now he is making progress. Remember, they'd lost time with that puncture in the end of the stint of Charles Wills. Didn't lose them too much time, it lost them a little. Let's have another look at this. James Collado right on the back of Kelvin van der Linde. Bang! I'm here.
I mean, I never thought James Collado was a sort of an aggressive kind of chap. And 2 laps he's had contact with 2 cars.
Only Audis though, doesn't like Audis clearly.
Right, so here we go, James Collado. So down the Mistral straight. Listen, we went down a gear there to get through to the scene. Roger, whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold up, James, what was that all about? Got way wide and got almost sideways on the exit as he now comes through that. And again, the back of the car looks unstable.
Car 88, 5-second time penalty at the next pit stop, short refueling time.
So that's the concern for 88. There was already the unsafe release 10 seconds to factor in, and now a further 5 for 88. So
right, so the penalties are ranking up.
But a pit stop, you're quite right. This is James Collado, he's just pitted. And that was him having a lose coming out of senior. So a spin for Collado. Did he hit anything? He didn't, but
no.
Oof, that was a big old moment.
It was a moment that he didn't need, and that set of tyres will be flat spotted, so it doesn't really matter. He's in the pits, and there's a driver change taking place. So Antonio Fuoco is going to take over and do the remaining 2 hours. That'll be a bit of fun because he is a little hot rod. So Fred Verviers will go out having made the penultimate stop of this car's 6-hour race.
Whoops.
Oh, contact, and that was that a...
That's a Mad Panda Mercedes.
Was that a contact that caused that? I suspect it was.
I think you might be right. Who would we got behind the wheel of the Mad Panda Mercedes? It's quite a long way down the order, isn't it?
There we are, in 27th place.
So Dries van Voort is in. And did he get caught up with the spinning Mad Panda Mercedes? I think he may have done.
Looks like it.
So Dries, yeah, down the pit road. 32 Audi has picked up some damage. So big drama. Van Voort out of 3rd place down the pit lane. But Max Hesse trying to catch back up, and does catch back up at the end of the Mistral. So again, the beauty of GT3 and the BOP here, cars with differing strengths working well at given parts of the circuit. And here comes Hesse on the outside. Same time of which Verviers is trying to get up through the traffic, look.
So the BM is still stuck to the back of the 46. And now Verviers having to try and find a way around the Ferrari. And that ain't going to be an easy task unless there's cooperation from the Ferrari. It'll be in a different class, so there's no reason for the Ferrari to be, let's say, oh, in the BM, what's happening there? Very strange entry.
Handle, that's it, that's gone. That's effectively the race done.
I mean, I don't know who started that little moment, but the dive by Fuoco, I thought, oh, why are you doing it? Something's going to go wrong. He got a heat. Fuoco got away with it, but Zauger's the one that didn't.
Well, is there any residual damage to the Ferrari? Here it is, look. So Fuoco goes to the inside, then Zug commits to get through the traffic. Fuoco was already there, in fairness. And where did the contact come? It was
the Mercedes.
There with the Mercedes. So that was with Drouet. That was the silver-on-silver battle. So actually Fuoco had a charmed life out of all of that. The contact's already been made, but you'll see as he comes back onto the circuit that there, it does not want to turn anymore. So the Attempto Racing Audi, I fear, is going for the garage. That's another one gone.
Green flag, green flag.
So here we go. 7.5 minutes on the clock. Up towards the green flag we go. Last roll of the dice for some to gain ground. We are back racing at Paul Ricard then. 7 more minutes into the night. And through goes Fuoco straight away to build that gap. And Jules Gounon goes through 6 seconds behind now, but still with an awful lot of traffic to make his way past. There he is with that little blue light on top of the car. So Gounon is close, but he's not going to get there in time, I fear.
But David, to quote you many times, safety cars breed safety cars. Is it conceivable we could have, with what, 6.5 minutes or so to go, we could have a further safety car?
Certainly possible. You saw 98 there, Nick Yellerly making a move against Maxime Martin, and Fred Verviers coming under attack as well as they all scrabble their way out of Saint-Baume. Yellerly was up the inside. There is Gounon, so you've got cars squabbling for position. You've got cars out of sequence on different laps. Look, Gounod has got Molina right up behind him, so never mind thinking about the win. He's got to preserve second place because Molina in the Ferrari, you're riding with him, is right on the back of the Mercedes now. This is lap 173. We're not quite going to get to last year's 182. Won't be far off, but this is Molina. He's on the back of Gounod. Up towards Senior they come, and all of a sudden the Ferrari looks like it might be set to gain a pace.
Certainly got the speed to get up alongside. Whether he's got the speed to carry him forward and get in front of the Mercedes as he goes into scene. Where is Jules Gounod? We can't see him on the inside. Well, there is where he is. He was on the inside, but Molina's managed just by the, well, but down the inside goes Gounod. No contact.
It's the last thing they need so close to the end, but Molina has done it. He's gone round the outside. He's taken second place away, so Gounod loses out on the restart. As far as Iron Lynx is concerned, it is the day of days, isn't it? Spa was impressive with that win by Alessandro Pierguidi, Nicholas Nielsen, Corbin Ricard last year, but different drivers representing Iron Lynx here, but a 1-2 finish is going to be a very, very good result indeed. And on this evidence, would you bet against them having another win at Spa? Well, right now, there is Fuoco. He's on the Mistral straight for the last time, and I'm struggling to find something that they've done wrong in this race. The pace has been good, the pit work has been good, the reliability has been good, the tyres have been good.
Well, the only thing they might be disappointed in, they haven't had the fastest lap. They got pole position.
Quite.
They've won the race with a 1-2, but they didn't get fastest lap. So maybe they can improve next year, but I think they were going to be very, very happy team indeed. An outstanding result from Iron Lynx, and both in terms of overall success and in different category.
So this is lap 176. Despite all the interruptions, we weren't too far off last year's record distance and mileage and number of laps completed, but it's going to be a 1-2 for Ferrari. It's going to be a 1-2 for Iron Lynx, and the car of Antonio Fuoco, Davide Rigon and Daniel Serra will be the first one up towards the line, because Antonio Fuoco has a clear road ahead of him. The only thing that he's going to be looking for now is a checkered flag. The clock has hit 0. The last corner of the last lap then of 6 hours of Paul Ricard honours in Fanatec GT World Challenge Europe, powered by AWS Endurance Cup, go to Ferrari to Iron Lynx. Antonio Fuoco brings the car across the line. Fuoco wins with Davide Rigon and Daniel Serra. A great effort. A race that lasted for 6 hours and 24.9 seconds is a 1-2 for Ferrari, 7.8 seconds, the margin at the end of the race. Miguel Molina comes home in second, and Jules Gounod can feel frustrated, certainly, but third is the result for the Acodis ASP team. The provisional results then look like this. A win for number 71 Ferrari, a win for Serra, Rigon and Fuoco. Daniel Serra, Davide Rigon, Antonio Fuoco defeat the sister car of Nicholas Nielsen, James Collado and Miguel Molina, and third in the end, Raffaele Marciello, Danny Juncadella, who took the fastest lap, and Jules Gounod. Really good effort from Dan Harper, Neil Verhagen and Max Hesse for fourth. Valentino Rossi fifth, with help from Nico Muller and Fred Verviche, and after another pit stop with the light drama, Bortolotti, Aitken and Costa. Mirko Bortolotti, Jack Aitken, Albert Costa are sixth. There's the last one brought forward now. We're back to proper full podiums. Gone are the days under the pandemic of drivers collecting their trophies, stepping forward for a photo and shuffling off again. Proper celebrations then as the drivers hold their trophies aloft. The champagne is at their feet as well. As soon as all the photographers are happy, then the indication can be given that it is champagne time, and it might be nearly 20 past midnight, but it's never too early for champagne, is it? So the spray will start, and Antonio Fuoco, Daniel Serra and Davide Rigon celebrate victory here at Paul Ricard.